Uh, the other part was, my statement about reparations, and he felt that you let me slide.
How did I let you slide off of it though?
Yeah,
You know, if I really don't, the reparation thing, it really don't matter to me because the shit is not gonna happen. I'm irrelevant. I don't. They not gonna give it to me.
yeah. And
And
look, and I'll repeat what I said.
no, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me clarify this. After we did the interview with Yugmouth and them,
Hmm.
when you said what you had said, what they had told me you said, I was offended. Like, why would Vlad say some shit like that? Yada yada. I mean, I think that's only something black people should speak on.
Hmm.
Then having a conversation with you, okay, now I get it. Okay, Vlad done something with it. Okay, what's the issue?
Yeah. And I said I support reparations for African Americans living in this country, possibly in the form of a free education. Once again, it's the word possibly. I'm the word possibly says means the word possibly.
But
I,
this,
I, I've never said, and I don't think they should get money, and I don't think they should get land. I
but
said,
this is
I said,
where
here's a suggestion. Y'all could either take it or not. A lot of people got offended by it. I don't give a shit. I understand what an education has given me, and it
right,
was more than $100,000 check.
right,
I have made millions because of my education,
right,
and everyone I know who has an education has made way more than $100,000 because of their education.
right.
And I personally, now some people don't believe in college, don't believe in universities, and that's fine, but anyone who actually went through the educational system usually agrees with me because they understand what having an education on your resume gets you.
Right.
As someone who's an employer, I look at the education first, especially when it comes to people who are, relatively young. I look at where they went to school, what their GPA was and so forth. Now, if you're a little older, I look more at the experience, but I still look at the education. So with everything that's happening and people in debt and so forth, like that's what part of the thing of that whole $2 trillion bailout was that you don't have to pay back your school loans right now. That was a key part of that, which kind of goes in line with what I was saying the whole time, right? Because people's school loans end up killing them. They end up getting out of school and they're $200,000 and
Never be able to pay that
$200,000 in
shit
debt.
back.
You
Right,
see what I'm saying?
right.
So this kind of goes along like this bailout really cosigns what I was saying about reparations,
Well,
about a free education.
you're not the only person that says this. Now, my whole thing with that, the average young black motherfucker get $100,000. What do you think he gonna do with it? I don't want you to answer because people gonna get offended.
Yeah.
But what he gonna do with it? It might not last a year.
Mm-hmm.
That money might not last a year. Give me that check. I'm gonna cash that motherfucker, but I'm gonna go buy this, this, and this, and this. We're not thinking about where this 100,000 and how long this 100,000 should last for us.
Right.
So I'm gonna speak personally, my opinion, so people won't say all black people don't think like that. No, we don't. But the average black motherfucker that get that type of money that's on my level is gonna fuck that money off.
Well, any person, the thing, like, for example, if you read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon,
Yeah.
like me and Freeway Ricky, who's a regular guest, he
Right.
said that was his favorite book ever. He's read it like 25
Right.
times. And a big section of that book goes into about how you need to learn how to keep managing bigger and bigger amounts of money.
Right.
You give someone, if someone has $1,000 in their bank account and you suddenly give them 100,000, they're not going to know what to do with that. They're going to buy a bunch of shit, not thinking about that. Now, if someone has 80,000 in their bank account and you give them 100,000, they know what to do. They know how to keep that money and save that money. Spending money is the easiest thing to do. There's no shortage of people that want you to spend your money. Saving money is the hard part. Saving money is the hard part. And knowing how to have $100,000 in your bank account and keep it there and put it into an investment that grows 5, 10% a year, year after year, and you keep it there. Look at what's happening right now. The country isn't fucked up because all these people have savings. The country's fucked up because people have been living paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly.
And once they lose their job, they can't pay their rent. If everyone had, like you're supposed to save 10% of your money in that book is what they say. Like
Right.
before you spend money on bills, personal belongings, whatever, take 10% of what you have and put it aside
Right.
and let that money grow. Who really does that?
Nobody.
Nobody. If everyone did that and this happened, everyone would say, okay, cool, I'll just go into my savings. Not a big deal. I've got a year. I've got a year to make this work.
Yeah, who thinking that this would have happened?
Nobody.
Ain't too many people think for a rainy day, a day like this.
Correct.
The average person ain't thinking like
Right.
that. So at the end of the day, this is where we at now. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to work. You're not going to get that check. Now we sitting there waiting on a check.
Yeah.
It ain't going to help us.
Yeah.
Not only rent, you got everything else. Food, lights, gas, water. $1,200 ain't finna fix it.
Then your kids.
Is they gonna give us to us every month?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a one-time.
A one-time
fee.
$1,200 check.
Shit, man.
This is what I'm saying.
We in
Like
trouble.
it's not gonna help.
We in
Like
trouble.
it's not gonna help.
But reparation is they just got to figure out a way to give that to the right people.
Yeah.
Everybody don't want to go to college. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get reparations. No, you got to figure out a way
Yeah.
to get it, and people get it, and then we got to know and learn how to be responsible for our money and our well-being.
Yeah. And
We
like
ain't
I said,
that.
I've never been against cash reparations. I've never been against land reparations.
Right.
I said possibly a form of education.
What?
And that's it. And I'm going to
Vlad
leave it
got
at
so
that.
many people that's on his coattail. I ain't gonna even say coattail. That's mad at him. And me personally, my whole thing is, what the fuck they mad at him for? Because he took a company and he went bam and here your company is starving, and get on the same page.
Yeah.
Don't hate about it. Like I said with Alex, I don't understand how a man can say certain things about another man. Maybe the way Vlad do his business, you do yours totally different. You know what I'm saying? And then your content is totally different from Vlad's.
Mhm.
Your way just ain't paying. So you got to figure out a way how to get your shit to here. It ain't nobody else's fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, let's not just blame everybody else for our situation. Let's fix our situation. You know what I'm saying? Here my partner is in jail, and I wake up to a conversation that this, why is you speaking on me like that? You know what I'm saying? We friends. And that shit is so hard to come by for me these days, because every situation I involve myself in, I go big on my loyalty, my friendship, the motorcycle set. I don't give a fuck where we went. I'm 2 pistols on the hip, and we legs kicked up and we rolling. I walked away from that because motherfuckers wasn't right. Being in the hood cost me so much being a gang member, so much. Death Row Records cost me so much. The loyalty, it cost so much. And then here I am with Gangster Chronicles, and I got my people that I'm riding to die for. And this is my conversation to them. If a motherfucker walk in this room and think he gonna attack you, he attack me. My first thing is to shoot. I don't want it. I don't know him. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker for you. Here I am, pissed off that why attack me of all motherfuckers? And I love Reggie.
Yeah.
And to hear him say, well, I don't know, James, we should never have that conversation, because I'm not gonna never have that conversation about him. Reggie have to be sitting right here for me to say something. If it's that fucked up, I'm gonna say it right then and there.
Yeah.
So everybody just ain't built like that. And I'd rather walk away from from this type of shit here to than to go where I want to go with it or where I felt I should have went with it. So it's crazy, man.